Hi, Jeremy. We're still talking quite a lot about what's happening now, but as I understand it, your book draws a lot on ancient wisdom and looking back almost to look forward at the future. And I'm wondering if, in the making of your books, in your research, whether there's been any particular cultures or places or inspirational examples that lead towards this more flourishing future that you speak of.
Yeah, thanks. Great question. Thank you. Yeah, well, there are a number, but the thing that comes to my mind the most is really the worldview that developed in traditional China. That developed there a couple of thousand years ago and has been part of that Chinese culture ever since. But before I say anything more, what's going on in modern China is very different from that. And basically, the kind of absorption of the Western worldview, so don't mix that up with what I'm saying about the traditional thought. But there, in traditional China, there was a sense of harmony. There was a sense that the place of humanity within the world was one of harmonizing with essentially the Tao, with the waves of flows of activities that happened all around them. And so the idea of, and not just for the individual, but for society as a whole, the idea was not to sort of go and conquer nature and not to try to create imbalances, but actually to look at how to use technology in a way to harmonize with the natural world and lead to a flourishing of society with the world around it. Now, the traditional Chinese themselves did a pretty lousy job in trying to implement that idea, to be quite honest. They had some of their own environmental disasters themselves. But the point is that, and that's been true of human activity all the way from when we were hunter-gatherers. Because of our patterning instinct, because of our power we have over the natural world, we create imbalances without even realizing it. The difference is that in today's world, we can realize that. And so we can use that patterning instinct to do something about it. And I feel that we can really get inspired a lot by this traditional Chinese notion of harmonizing with things around us and integrating with things around us and seeing things not as being all separate, humans separate from nature, mind separate from body, but recognizing that the source of our power in the world and in ourselves comes from a recognition of integration. So yeah, that's part of the biggest inspiration. Thank you.
So the Tao, not the Tao.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Love it.